I'm
on
waiting.
YouTube.
I'm waiting for you to amaze me. Come on.
You should be amazed.
You can do it.
We should be live.
Yes, we are live. Okay. Hi, YouTube. We're back. Well, we didn't come back. We're here. We just got here. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
You have amazing quality too. Dang it. So can I say that? That's not a curse.
What do you say?
All right, I think we're live on all platforms. So sorry for the delay, everyone. But we're live. We're going to go live. We're starting now. So thank you for waiting. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pixel Stabbers. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today we have a special guest, Ken, right here from FUJIFILM XF photographer, just like Jeremy up there. But except Ken has privilege to test out an amazing new FUJIFILM piece of hardware. So I'll let Ken take it away.
Yeah, and then we have fun.
Yeah,
with
we're going to talk about the 56mm 1.2 today.
Yes, we knew it.
No, we're
Yes.
not.
Wait, 50mm 1.0.
Like this guy.
Yeah, I got something news that every people have been expecting.
Nice.
Now, see.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, I know there's some open box on the YouTube or the internet before. After the 50mm 1.0 launch.
Yep.
And I just recently got this the sample. So this is the very first open box from us.
Yep.
So yeah, I think many of you have been seeing the review of the lens and see a little bit testing of the 50mm on the X-T4 or the Expo 3 or any recently new camera. But you're just looking into the promoting video or maybe there's some test out video. But today, except the open box, we also have some camera here. So we're going to compare the size and also we're going to plug in the camera into our live system. And we're going to show you a little bit of the AR speed test.
Because that's one of the best things about that lens, right? It's fast.
When Ken actually told me, hey, let's do an open box video, I was like, open box video? You're just gonna open a box and show the lens and then close the box and done? Like, what's the point of that? It's like, oh well, I'm gonna show the awesome focusing speed. Okay, that's another story. So this is more gonna be interesting video. So stay tuned. Okay, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Don't turn off.
Yeah.
Coming back in.
I mean, one of the best thing about this 50mm 1.0 is the autofocus speed, right? It's much faster than the 56 f 1. What is it? The 56. What's the aperture in the 56?
1.2.
Which is more important, the 1.0 with the depth of field or the so-called focusing speed? Which is more important?
I think focusing speed. It depends on what you're shooting.
Because if you put that onto the X-T4 with the new X-T4 focusing system, all lens is good already.
The 56 1.2?
It's a margin difference compared to,
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Wait, a little bit
wait. I'm trying to understand, Jeremy. You've told me that the 56 1.2 Fuji lens is very slow at
Actually,
autofocus.
no, wait. Hold on. Let me point finger again. Where's Ken? Ken told,
Ken's not in the shot. Yeah, Ken's not in the shot.
56 1.2 focus slow, which I tried it. It is slow.
Okay.
So assuming, and according to the Fuji spec, that the 50 1.0 is actually faster focus than the 1.2, which we will find out.
Yeah,
Does Ken have the 56 1.2? Do you have the 56 1.2?
Yes, I have it here.
What? Ken has everything. So we can test the 56 1.2 and compare it to the 50 1.0.
We are comparing.
Yes!
Comparing.
All right, I want to see this.
So we're going to open it.
So this is the open box thing, guys. Drum roll.
It's called open casting.
Come on! Ta-da! Ta-da! It's the Fujifilm F 1.0 50mm.
Let's read the manual. It's
From page 1 to page to the end.
It's owner's manual.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So
Wait, that's a 1.2, man. What's up with that?
What? No, that's for all of them.
No, there's one.
All of them.
Wait, hold on. They make one manual for all? Seriously?
Because I think the lens has the same hardware, right? The focusing ring, the aperture ring, they're all the same. Yes?
Well, actually, basically
yeah,
it's... I mean, who read the manual for a lens? Like, what do you need to learn about the lens?
True.
How to plug in your camera.
I think the only thing I care about is like how to change the aperture and how to go to autofocus and what the minimum focus distance. So just some basic information.
Yeah,
But-
go online and search for it. You don't have to read it.
True. True.
There's the.
Do you have a warranty card?
No, it's not a warranty card. It's kind of like customer service.
Oh,
Contactless.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, we don't care about that.
Popular.
Put that away.
Yeah.
Alright, what's that?
So this is a lens cover.
Lens
Lens
cover?
bag, is it?
A lens pouch. Lens
It's a
pouch.
lens bag, lens pouch. Yeah.
Is it the same one that comes with like all the Fuji lens?
Yeah, I think they have the same design
Okay.
with the FUJIFILM logo on it.
Barely
That's
can
it.
see it, but okay.
Yeah.
hold on. I don't think I get that one for my 35 1.4. I get it for my 16 1.2, but that's pretty much it.
I think they put it into the lenses in a recent.
Let me double
release.
check my box again later because I never really go that deep.
Yeah.
Alright, so ta-da!
Ooh.
Look at that. It's
there you go.
plastic. It's so recyclable.
Wow. So there's got two parts of the lens. First of all is the
The lens
hood.
hood. Yeah.
Okay, who
And
doesn't
then
use the
it's
lens
the-
hood here?
I never use a lens hood. Never.
I found that it make the lens too big.
Yes. Well, okay, so the only thing is when you shoot with sun glaring in, you have to shield your lens.
Yes,
Otherwise, there's
that's that
flare.
one.
But other than that, I never use a lens hood. Wow,
Well,
the lens
I
is
never built
humongous.
It's
Yes.
pretty big.
Wow.
But it's
Uh,
a big, you know. I
I put it in a little
remember
bit
it
compared.
has like what? How many setup?
This is the
56
56
1.2.
1.2. And wow, huge.
Wow,
This is
that's a
the-
big difference. That's funny because you know like when you go like from aperture 2.5 to 2.8, it's not a big difference. But when you go from aperture 1.4 to 1.2 to 1.0, it's very different. It's huge, right? The amount of lens you need to go from f1.2 to 1.0 is a big difference.
Yes, and this
It's
one
crazy.
is the 7 millimeters filter size.
77 millimeter. That's a standard size.
77. What size of 56 again?
56 is hang
I'll
on.
search for it.
Well,
I don't want to search for it.
62.
52? Yeah,
62.
62.
62.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
how
it-
you feel about getting a lens this big on a crop sensor body, smaller body like this?
Does it offset the balance? Does it make it top heavy or lens front heavy?
Well, it's definitely heavy if you put it on a tiny mirrorless body.
So is it just me? Because back then I have a lot of people asking me questions because, you know, even with Sony, with the small cameras, and the lens never got smaller unless you, well, if you go for the like wide aperture lenses, the lens is always big, right? So people complain about it's not balanced. Because back then with the camera, you basically hold the camera, the lens you don't have to hold. But what if, like, with the mirrorless camera, most of the time the lens are bigger than camera, right? So I kind of get used to holding the lens rather than holding the camera body.
It feels more professional too, just to hold the lens. I feel like I'm holding on to like a bigger body.
But for once, let's say if you're holding like a 7200 or 51.4 in Fuji's case, you hold the lens.
Yeah.
Why would you hold the body, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, I found that most of the time the lens itself is more expensive than the body. So
Yeah.
I hold the lens. If my body drop, forget about it. At least like, my lens safe, right?
Yeah.
That's how my point.
Right. And then physics-wise, right, it's a moment. So you want to hold on to the part that would cause the most moment. So you don't want to cantilever on you.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one. I'm not sure.
But
When you
there's
put it-
one thing I want to mention about the new lens hood design. And the original one just easy to put in your
Yeah,
lens.
that's a huge lens
And
hood.
then- Yes, I know. And for the 50mm, they have a new lock here. It's
Oh.
different from the previous Fujifilm lens. It's a brand new design, the first time I ever seen on a Fujifilm camera. Oh, sorry, Fujifilm lens. So when you plug in your lens, your hood inside, you need to use a little bit power.
Oh, some force
Yeah.
to get it in.
Yeah, you need to use a little force because on the, for example, 56mm one,
Yep.
easy.
Yep.
And if you use it for a little bit longer time, the hood will be loose.
Yep.
And you drop off so easy. So for this one, it's a brand new design, so you need to use a little bit force to put it on.
Yep.
And also to put it in.
But over
That's
time,
a new design.
But over time, will it wear out too?
It's plastic.
Yes.
It's
So,
eventually. Well,
yeah.
it's hard to say. None of my lens caps ever got wear out. So, yeah.
I got few, especially on the 56mm that I've been using a lot. The lens is a little bit loose and easy to chop off. So I going to put it back. Then this is the open box. The end of today.
All right, bye guys.
All right. Well, that's the first half.
watching.
Now we're gonna test the dang thing, right? I hope.
Thanks for watching.
No, now we test.
So I'm going back now.
Yes.
So here we have is the 56mm here.
Yep.
And we have the 50mm 1.0, and you can see
Yep.
comparing the size,
Yep.
it's like almost a double.
Almost, yeah. It's significantly bigger, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yep.
And you can see here is
Yeah.
there's almost.
Yep. 1.2 versus 1.0. That's a big difference.
It is.
Ultimately, I kind of care about a 1.0 because I want to see the depth of field. I really want those portraiture that it's actually start depth of field like way after their nose. But then I know it require for like very close focusing distance to get that work. So I don't know if the 1.0 can able to carry that. So I need to actually play that out to see if I need it.
Yep.
So here we have the XT4 here.
All right.
And also have the Expo 3.
Ooh, so we're gonna test that on the XT3, XT4, and Expo 3. Nice.
Yeah. We're going to go for the XT4 first.
All right. So does the XT4?
Wait, they have
XT4
the
has
same
the best.
focusing system, yes?
No, XT4 has a
pretty
newer
much
one.
Same. XT4 has a little bit faster one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I put it back here. Oops.
That's been one of your Star Wars figures for focusing. And you're fading it black.
Look at him.
Let's
fade.
get Lear in. Do you have Lear?
Leah.
Lear, the Lego one. So this is what we're going to test on the 1.0. Well, see, it's kind of a little bit messy here.
Overexposed.
Yeah. Are you looking for Lear?
Oh no, not that Lear. Come on, man.
Lego Leah.
Well, let me change the setting
Focus
first.
point,
Wait.
right? Yeah.
Up. Change it back to the single point. Sorry. The AF zoom. Not this one. Sorry. Here. Okay, we're going back to the single point. So this is the 1.0.
Wow,
See?
look how fast, dude. That's fast. What? That is
That's fast.
so fast.
Alright, that's fast.
That is really fast.
Yes.
Wait, why did they give you the red AF? Is that because it's too close?
Yeah, this too cool. Because of the 50mm, the closer distance of the focusing is about 18 cm.
Okay.
18.
So you have
So
to have
if
some
I went
distance.
too close,
Yeah.
For those of you who live in the US, 18 cm is around 7 inches.
yeah. So you can see the 50mm, the AF speed is kind of like this one. Wow.
Which I think is very good.
It
for
is,
portraits.
dude.
7 inches?
Mm.
If I could, I think that's pretty good. It's like this much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that would do wonder with the 1.0.
Yeah. So, well, for the airspeed test, you can see here, and you can see for itself.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome if compared
is.
with the 56mm. Yeah.
I want to
That's
know
pretty
now
smooth.
of the 56 1.2, what is the focal distance?
56.
The
focal
minimum
distance is,
minimum focus distance.
Yeah.
Come on, Ken. Speed up.
It is 70 cm. Ha!
So is it better or same?
70 is
70 is
pretty much
worst.
same. 10.
10 centimeters.
This one is 18 cm.
Oh wow! So you can get closer
Oh,
and get
18.
more blurry background.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big difference. 70 centimeters. Are you sure the minimum focus distance for the 56mm f1.2 is 70 millimeter or 70 centimeter?
70
That's.
cm.
Are you sure? That's kind of lame. Okay.
You can see it here.
Ah, wow. Now you're just doing
Yes.
digital zoom, right?
Yeah.
That's
Zooming inside the camera.
Yeah, that's really sharp.
This is
That's-
the 1.0.
That is so sharp. So
Let's try
okay,
something.
so I have a Canon 1DX Mark II with a 50mm f1.2, and when I shoot with that, the autofocus is
Look
never
at
tack
that.
sharp. It's never on
Wow.
point. That is really sharp. Holy smokes! That is right
Damn.
on. And what exactly are we
Okay.
looking at? What were you focusing on?
On the face
Okay. Oh yeah.
here.
Yep.
If you see a little bit.
Yep.
Of over there.
You just have to find a figure with a flat face to
Yeah,
focus
like a
on.
real face.
Yeah. Front face. Let's try it from here. Okay. The
Oh, he took a
socket.
picture. Nice.
Yes, and you can see sort of
Oh,
like this
that's so
size.
sharp, dude. That is so sharp.
That's a 1.0.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
the 1.0. I'm shooting all time on the 1.0.
Wait, so right now, if we were to buy XT4 and this 50mm 1.0, how much does that cost, Ken? That combo?
1,000.
I got a combo. Well, the price from here is about Hong Kong dollar 12,000 for the lenses, and the body is about also 12,000. Now it's 24,000 for the whole set.
Because
Yeah.
okay,
And
so,
it,
So
yeah, and the
that's-
good thing if you're using the XT4
Yep.
to use a 50mm 1.0.
It's around $3,000 for the whole kit.
XT4 yeah, it's kind of. Yeah,
XT4
because
and
the XT4 have the image body stabilizer, the eyepiece.
yeah, in-body
So it's-
image stabilization.
Yeah, it's way better if you're shooting with the XT4.
Oh.
And also
Yeah,
with
so
the grip.
you know how back when you're shooting a wedding and you try to wide open like the 85,
Yes.
like 1.2 or whatnot, and try to do a fast place focusing, and you always miss.
Always.
With with the XT4 and this
What?
1.0, you won't.
Alright, that was a little bit out of focus. The text is blurry. I can't give you credit for that. Take that picture again.
That's a human error. That's
Yeah,
not
that was
the-
user error. That was user error. No, can you focus on the
Try
text
something
on the
else.
lens, or is it too close?
No,
that's-
try.
It's too close. That's
Too
why.
close. That's why. Yeah.
You look at the pre-focus, the
Oh, okay, I got
Fujifilm
it.
work.
There you go. There you go. Snap it. Make sure it's sharp. I'm gonna test you on this.
I think it's sharp. It's sharp.
Okay. Yeah. Because the
It's really
previous thing
sharp.
was user error. User error. What kind of photographer is this guy? Who is this guy? Does this guy take pictures, or does he just play with gear?
Me.
Yeah, you. I'm just teasing.
Both.
Yeah. Wow, that's so sharp. Holy guacamole! That's so
And you
good.
can see the textures on
The painting.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
nuts. And you shoot it at f1.0. 50mm
Yes, all time 1.0.
f1.0.
You can see it from oops, the frame broke the. Yeah, the
Wait,
frame
so let
broke
me
Oh,
the-
try
yeah.
to.
Let me take off the frame. Let me take off the frame. So people
Yeah, you
can
can try
see.
it.
Hang on.
And then the people see it again. I'm shooting all time 1.0.
Yeah.
So this 50mm 1.0 is the first 1.0 autofocus lens on mirrorless camera, right?
That's true.
Yeah, look at that f1.0.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Okay, I'll
you've
try
been
again,
shooting
the
at 1
same.
over 125th. That's why it's kind of blurry. Because sometimes you're not holding it steady
Yeah,
enough.
but then it has a
Yeah, IBIS, right?
I
Now you can
bits.
see the
Yeah.
1.0 with that kind of distance, and you see the word is so clear.
That is really good.
Wow.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, too bad you're indoor. One thing I do want to try is how does it handle glares?
Mm.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. Wow.
What kind of can you shoot into your light? Like, well, not shoot into your light. You know, have your light into the lens and see how that goes.
It's hard
that
to
work?
it's hard to simulate real glare, Jeremy. Because the sun
Yeah.
glare is more powerful than the light.
I know that we try whatever we can. Not in the light.
It won't
Yeah.
have the glare because it's not bright enough for the glare.
No, that's true. Never mind. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
Star Wars. I have a feeling this guy might be a fan.
Yeah, you think?
Alright. So
Nice.
this is the test out on
X Pro 3.
XT4. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
couldn't really have the X Pro 3 live test on it because sadly is the X Pro 3 doesn't have any HDMI output port.
It doesn't? Does it have
Oh.
micro? Does it have
No, it
micro or
doesn't.
mini? No, nothing?
No, neither. I only got is the Type C port output, so probably you need to convert the cable.
Are you
I couldn't
sure?
really show how.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. So the only thing I can try with is the, well, if you see the size on the XT4.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to put it on. Oh, maybe I'll do one more test with the 56
56.
millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before
Yeah.
we go to put it on the X Pro 3.
Yep. So now we're going to test the 56mm f1.2, which is significantly cheaper than the 50mm 1.0. But judging from the focus speed, obviously the aperture limitation, and also the minimum focus distance, it's definitely a subpar lens compared to the 50mm f1.0. I mean, the price, you get what you pay for. You
Pretty
definitely-
much.
Yeah.
I've been always trying to get a lens that can do, you know, the type of portion I'm talking about.
Yeah, really
I think
shallow
this
depth
one
of field,
can.
right?
Yeah, I think this one can. It's basically not just the depth of field; it's the focusing
Distance.
Distance.
Yeah, because you gotta get right up next to the model, so you have the minimum focus distance. So you increase the shallow depth of field by getting close to the subject. Plus, to shoot at f1.0.
Now, here we have is the 1.2, and also 1.2.
So this is the
off
56mm. So
Yeah, this is the 56
it's
millimeter.
not
So
as
you
sharp.
can see a little
It's
bit.
not as sharp.
Yes, it's not as sharp. So I'm going to shoot it back as the Lego
Yeah,
Stormtrooper. And
this is okay,
oh,
but
still
I see your
still
dust.
sharp.
You need to clean your Legos.
yeah.
Well, I need someone help with clean up. It's too much here. So we're gonna shoot it as the same socket.
Yeah, a little bit darker now because you're at f1.2. The amount of light that f1.0 brings in versus 1.2 is actually pretty significant.
Yeah,
You would think it's 0.2,
you
right?
can actually
It's not,
really tell the differences.
Yeah. So the focus speed is still fast, but not as fast as
No.
like the.
Yeah, you can
It-
tell
it
the
hunts a little
focus
bit.
is different.
Yeah, it hunts a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. So. Well,
Yeah, it's actually missing a lot of focus. It hits and then it kind
you
of,
need to take time to get the focusing point.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Not
why I
as
never
fast as
bought
like
it. My whole while, that's the only thing is missing is the 50 in my line. So
No,
I guess
John
I'm waiting for
tries
this.
to buy it.
Thank
So-
you, Ken.
Merry Christmas, Jeremy. Ken's gonna send you one.
You're the best friend I could ever had.
As you can see, the
He's ignoring me.
panel on the LED is a little bit blurred. It's not
Yeah.
as sharp as like a 50mm.
Yeah, so the 50mm 1.0 is sharper even at f1.0 compared to the 56mm at f1.2. So both of them wide open. The 50mm 1.0 is sharper. autofocus is faster, the minimum focus distance is shorter, so you can do a lot more with the 50mm 1.0. You know, a lot of people that are enthusiasts that don't want to spend a lot of money, they say, well, you can just get the 56 1.2 for like half the price. But really, if you care about the small differences, which will be a big difference if that's what you're looking for,
It's
the shallow depth of field, right?
That really huge difference is the 1.0.
Yeah.
And there is not much 1.0. There is actually autofocus. You know,
Yep.
most of them are aftermarket. And
Yep.
secondly, I think for me at least personally, it is the focusing minimum distance.
Yes. Yeah, that's big.
18mm for
'Cause right-
like
yeah.
85 lens. It's just you can't find that lens. Like we're talking about autofocus lens.
Yeah.
They don't make lens like that out there.
Yeah. So, Ken, can you confirm that the minimum focus distance is much larger with the 56 than the 50? Because I saw you shoot the lens letter, right?
Yeah, I'm reading the official website, Dave.
Yes.
It's 0.0 meter for the 51.0
Yeah.
as the minimum focusing distance,
Yes.
and it is 2.3
Yeah.
meters
That's a big
for
difference. That's a big
the
difference.
56 1.2.
That's a big difference. But what confused me is that Ken was able to focus on the letters of the lens. And isn't that the same distance of the other 50mm 1.0?
Yeah, same distance. Same
But-
distance.
But, okay. That's pretty close though.
USC.
Are you on the 51 or 1.2?
That's 51.0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to share your screen so we can see? Or any more?
Yeah, sure.
And we going black. Oh, wow, look at that transition.
Oh.
It takes money to build those transition, guys.
This is f1.0 again. Yeah, look at that. Focuses bang on. Sharp, fast, and the minimum focus distance is money.
Yeah, so I'm going to hold my position. I am changed to the 56mm and test it again.
All right. Yep. Don't you dare move. Change your lens without
He
moving.
moved.
You can't move. You need to
moved.
hold your position.
So here we have.
You can still focus. You can still take the picture.
Yes, but you can see the picture a little bit, not as sharp as like that.
Wait, does that mean the 1.0 can actually get closer?
Yeah, I think you can get closer with the 1.0. So I would say get as close as you can with the 1.2 and then see if you get closer with the 1.0. I think it's true because Jeremy is reading it off the website, but I'm not convinced because of the subject you're shooting. Does that make sense, Jeremy? He's shooting the same subject at the same
I can
distance.
try one. Yeah. Maybe I set a little bit. Well, I got two
Okay,
here.
table tripod, okay.
So I'm going to put the camera on it.
Yep.
So this definitely not going to move this time.
Okay. So what you want to do is you want to shoot as close, focus as close to the subject as you can with the 1.2. And then now compared to the 50, how much closer can you get?
Wait,
Okay,
hold on a
so,
second. Hold on
This
a
is the
second.
56.
Jeremy made a mistake. Jeremy
Yeah,
made a mistake.
No, I only put like a 50 1.0. I forgot to put XF and Fuji in front of it. They actually have the same focus distance. My bad.
Jeremy! I knew it! I knew something was up. They have the same
But
minimum
here's the
focus.
different though. Here's the different though. So the angle of view on the 56mm is 28.5 degree, while the 1.0 is 31.7. And the 1.0 has 12 elements in 9 groups. The 56 only have 11 and 8 groups. So that's why the image quality and focus is faster.
Yep. I
So
can believe
this
that.
is the 56 1.2 and it's the zoom in.
Yep, not as sharp.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to change in the same distance
Yep.
with using the 50 millimeters.
70 cm. That's like this much. Oh.
That's enough distance to stay away from your model. I mean, you don't want to be that any closer to that anyway. Give her
No,
some
I think
breathe.
you're supposed to stay away from 6 feet.
Yeah. Well, if you have mask on, it's okay.
Oh, we're going to
Yep.
same.
1.1. Why are you going 1.1?
That's 1.0. That's 1.0.
No, I
Oh,
went
you misfocus.
1.1.
You misfocus. It's not sharp.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
says
it's
1.1,
1.1.
dude.
You're at 1.1.
Oh, sorry. 1.1.
That's what you're paying the money for, man. The 1.0. Use that 1.0.
Now this is the 1.0.
How come it's not as sharp as before?
And let's see.
User error.
User error. I think because the subject, you're kind of focusing on the head of the model. You see how the
let's
thorn,
see.
the thorn on top of his head is sharper. The thorn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the thorn on his head is sharper.
Oh yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
it's
actually
focusing
the
on
dust
that.
got sharper too.
Ew, that nasty dust.
Yeah. Maybe I try to change the focusing point to a little bit smaller.
Oh, look what the
precisely.
XT4 can do. That's sick.
Wait,
Try
what?
to focus. Did you see that? He changed the size of the focus point.
I was checking comments. I missed it.
Dude, it's really cool.
Okay, let's do it again.
Yeah,
Now.
shoot the eye, shoot the eye.
Oh, that. Yeah. I know that.
Did
Yes.
you change it to the eye? Focus right on his eye.
I try to change the focusing point to more optional weight. That's the Fujifilm has that.
Oh,
425.
425?
Focusing
Can you
point.
try
What?
eye focusing
Now,
with lock
see.
on ice?
I'm not quite sure if the eye focusing work on this one.
Well, there's too many eyes in this shot. Okay,
Now.
it's sharper. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely sharper. So yeah, I mean, so now we've proven the fact that Jeremy was wrong. So the minimum focus distance is the same for the 56mm as well as the 50mm. But what you're paying for is the focus speed, the focus sharpness, and also the aperture at f1.0 brings in more light, so you can shoot in a lower light situation and get the beautiful shallow depth of field. So it's definitely there, the value there, and it's a bigger lens, so it looks more professional. That in
So
itself.
FYI, one more thing is different though. The 50mm is actually equated to 75mm lens on the full frame, while the 56 is more.
That is true.
There's
That fact I will not argue with you, Jeremy.
I'm trying to reclaim myself here with some more information.
All good. All good.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I think you guys proven the point already. I think this is a very good test, Ken. Thank you for showing us how good the autofocus is on the 50mm f1.0. And
Wait, the full name is XF 50mm f1.0 R WR. WR actually stands for weather resistant, right?
Weather resistant, yes,
Yeah,
true.
what was the first letter?
Oh.
R, I don't know what it stands for.
RWR?
R is kind of like the R is kind of like the arrow on the Fujifilm on the Canon mount, the arrow lens.
Oh yeah, like the
It's
R
kind of like
series.
that.
Oh, the L lens, like L series.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's
Yeah.
R.
Yes, that's the R standpoint in Fujifilm, and the WR stand for weather resistant.
Okay, so R is like the Rebel lens.
And the 56
Yes.
is not weather resistant.
Oh,
It's not. No, it's not.
nice. Okay, so we got an R series lens in the 50mm f1.0. Beautiful. Cool. Very,
Let me
very
show
cool.
you here. I put it back to the 50s.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, so can see. Oh, sorry.
You know what? This is kind of weird.
To
Hold
What?
on one second. What is 0.0 meter?
0.0 meter? 0.01 meter?
0.7, sorry, 0.7.
0.7 meter to what?
I'm going to
To
change
inches.
that to
Oh,
2
to-
minutes. Wait.
Okay, 0.7 meter to inches is 27.6 inches.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds about right. Okay.
Jeremy.
Hey, I'm not good at math, man. That's why I got messed up.
Okay.
So here we have. Now,
Actually, we
if
haven't
you can
tried
see
one
here.
thing yet.
Oh, here.
The sharpness
you
in
can
the
see
center
that's
is
the
definitely sharp, right? But how about the edge? How's the edge?
see it,
Edge
the
sharpness.
radar resistant.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You see clearly.
Yeah.
So this is the 50 millimeter 1.0.
Yep.
They have the radar resistant.
And it's made in Japan.
Yep.
Like all Fuji
Yes.
lenses are, right? Good quality
Not
control.
all.
Not all?
Not all. Well, some of the
Those-
Fujifilm lenses now is made in Philippines or Thailand, and some of them is made in China as well. So
Some
this one
different
is
stuff.
just 56 1.2.
The reason why we can't focus very well is because you're using the 56 f1.2 lens to focus.
No, I'm using another one. It's
Oh.
the 18 millimeter f2. That's the more wide angle.
Oh, okay. Well, the autofocus is not working too well for you.
Well, this is the
The focus
7
point,
years
right?
old. Yeah, 7 years old lenses is too old.
Yeah.
It's OTED, so
Yeah.
they don't have a very fast
Autofocus.
area speed. Yes, and
Yeah.
also it's not that good on the low light
Mm-hmm.
for the old lens. I mean for the old lens.
Yep.
So here is the test with the X-T4, and you see how is the area speed be like, and the bokeh, and what else I missed.
Edges.
Edges, edge sharpness.
Well,
But that's
you
hard
can't
to
really
test
it
right
unless
now.
you like have like
Yeah.
a flat. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really see the bokeh, but we can also look at the PDF because I think the PDF
Yeah.
might have some example of the bokeh, right?
Let's go over
Yeah,
the PDF.
yeah, sure.
This is official.
Yep.
Yeah, that's past released.
Yeah. So this is, you guys can see the PowerPoint. So this is the official Fujifilm XF 50mm f1.0 autofocus lens announced. So it's the world's first autofocus f1.0 lens for mirrorless system, the largest aperture for autofocus lens, largest aperture for the APS-C sensor, the smallest and lightest f1.0 lens. They're really beating on that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So what is this? A field of view equivalent to that of a 75mm lens on a full frame or 35mm frame camera. Really? Oh, because you're on the crop sensor, so multiply it by 1.4.
Yeah, it's the
right?
1.5. Yeah,
Yeah.
APS-C sensor.
That's what I just
on the-
told you earlier, man.
Right. So then technically, my Canon 50mm f1.2 on the full frame is better than this. I have more shallow depth of field. But we're not comparing Canons to Fuji. That's a whole different battle. Because
But is it weather resistant?
yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, no, it's not.
All right, so what
This
else
one's
are we looking
cheaper.
at? Yep, achieve incredibly shallow depth of field, more options in low light conditions. Again, the world's first f1.0 autofocus lens, 120 degree of precision focus. What does that mean, Ken? Do you know? 120 degrees of precision focus?
I'm not quite sure.
When you're reading.
Okay, so it says to make the most of its super shallow depth of field, focusing must be precise. As a result, the XF 50mm f1.0 RWR has a focus ring that has been designed to be more accurate than any previous XF lens. This makes it possible to adjust the focus from the minimum focus distance to infinity very precisely. For this, XF 50mm f1.0 RWR uses 128 degrees of rotation in its focusing ring. So it has so the range of the ring is more than the other lenses, right? It can move more. Is that true?
So that would make it more precise.
More precise, right? Because like every little turn moves it every little bit versus you have a limited turn that moves the whole range, right? So you have more range to make the same focus adjustment.
Looks
So
down.
Yes, it is. It is. I can feel
Yeah.
a little bit more smooth
It's-
on the 50 millimeters.
Yeah, it's smoother and the range is more. It says it has 120 degree of rotation for the manual focus ring. So more precise focusing. Of course, you got the lightweight, durability, and weather resistance that we talked about. Ooh, that
Depth of
is a
field.
shallow depth of field. Holy smokes!
Yes.
Dang.
Look at
couldn't
that
really test
line.
it in
Look
my
at that
room.
focus area.
Yeah.
Is it a gaggle? Like,
It's a gecko.
and then you look at the ground, just that line.
Yeah. Good job, Doug. Or Dong.
Yeah.
Dong. Dong, good job. Sorry, Dong.
Don't play with people's name, man.
I didn't. I just said Dong done a good job. I just happened
That's not nice.
Yeah, I'm complimenting him, right? Okay. So more options in low light. Obviously, if you have f1.0, you can bring in more light, so you can shoot in very shallow depth of field. Oh, Caroline Tran. Is that the wedding photographer Caroline Tran?
Yes, that's her.
Oh, wow. I remember reaching out to her like 10 years ago when I started wedding photography, and she was starting back then, and she has been excelling really well. I didn't know she's a Fuji X photographer now.
She's an excellent photographer.
Very nice. Cool. Ignite your creativity. Long exposure, street landscape. Yeah, basically, you got more light coming in.
And you can do anything.
Of course, this is the opposite of the benefit of the f1.0, right? This is like getting a lot of depth. So you can kind of do this with every lens, but I imagine the f1.0 is just a little bit sharper because you're stopping down from f1.0 versus if you're stopping down from like f2.8. So you have extra sharpness even if you stop down to like 16 aperture. Commercial photography, you can pretty much it's a very versatile lens because you have the f1.0 doesn't mean you have to shoot at f1.0. But if you do, look at that bokeh, and it's a round bokeh, right? Because there's so many lens blade element. The bokeh is very pleasing to look at. And you know, people can make this into a heart because if you do that little trick, right? You do a little trick in front of your camera, you put a little heart cutout, you can actually make the aperture blade into a heart too, but never mind. That's like a different photography trick.
That's not for us.
Yeah, that's amateur photography trick. But if you're shooting professionally, you care about the native aperture, a native bokeh shape, right? And if you buy the cheaper lens, the bokehs usually are not round. They're more like
Oval.
ovals, or they have edges. They're like hexagonal edges. So this is just a more smoothing, more pleasing look of bokeh. And of course, if you have f1.0, that means you can, if you open up the lens, you can have your shutter much faster. So you can capture stop motion easier and still be tack sharp, right? Because autofocus is so good. Even in near darkness, you can get shots like this. And of course, the large aperture, this is Jeremy, this is what you're looking for, right? You want that really shallow depth of field, but where you want the focus.
Cinematic look. You know how when they shot a movie, they always go for the wide apertures, and that's why those movies look so good. I want a portraiture like that.
Yeah, I mean this is pretty good. Like how sharp this is right here, but you still also have a very shallow depth of field. Superior quality at 1.0. Oh, and this is what Ken couldn't test, right? The edge sharpness.
Yep.
Right. This is at 1.0.
Well, I couldn't test it right here, but I'm going to have a photo shooting with the 51mm next week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do some comparing review of the lens after I do the shot.
Yeah, and then we'll leave a link to Ken's channel later because he'll probably put that on his channel, maybe, right? Maybe. If not, then we'll ask him to come on our show again to share his result with us. But this is the point that Jeremy wanted to make, is how sharp is it at f1.0 at the edge while you're focusing on here, right? Because of course we were looking at here, you're focusing right at this point, so yes, it should be sharp, but it
matters to me because I think most people pick up this kind of lens for portrait, and the nature of people's portrait is always the depth of field. You know, the subject is in focus, and then you have a really soft depth of field. That's the portrait. When people talk about portrait, that's the kind of portrait they're talking about. But for me, I'm a composition type of portrait person. I put different element in my portrait, not just a blurry background. So this is actually important to me.
Yeah, I agree. And this is important for people that shoot landscape and they want to have a shallow depth of field too, right? Because they want to have everything in focus.
No, landscape people will go for 1.0. I mean, most of the time they shoot with f8 to f16. So
that's true.
1.0 means nothing to them.
Yeah. So I guess in your case, it's
maybe
probably
for the night. Yeah,
night
maybe for the night
photography.
shooting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Ken has a point. Night photography.
Yeah, but the light shooting, I don't think 50 is wide enough for them.
Yeah, it is. Because you're doing street photography.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Light shooting landscape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why
And
not?
what does that do with street photography? I don't get it.
Oh.
Well, maybe something like some people want to shoot with the light track.
Well, I was
Or
thinking
normal
of like
exposure.
night shot like this. Like this, right? It's kind of
Yeah, so
landscape.
maybe like
Oh, I'm talking about the one on the left and right. I mean,
Oh, okay.
they probably don't
that
use.
too.
No, this
No,
one.
that one.
Yeah. So of course these one you want more depth, but this one you might not have the chance to get more depth. This one because you want low light, you want to bring in as much light as you can. Then you probably want to shoot at f1.0, and in that case you still want edge sharpness, right? For this kind of
Yes.
shot, even if you shoot at f1.0. Anyway, all we care about is tech for now, right? And the edge is very sharp. The edge is very sharp. So you can use it however you want. The edge is sharp, even at f1.0. So moving on.
All right, moving on.
All right. So what? Lightweight, durability, weather-resistant design. We got the 12 element, 9 groups. That's what helps make the bokeh look so sweet. You got minimum focus distance of 0.7 meter. Maximum magnification of 0.08. This is what the result is when you shoot at this minimum focus distance. This is a diagram blade count. The filter design, the diameter that Ken pointed out already is 77 millimeter. So that's pretty standard. So hopefully you guys have a lot of ND filters or UV filters in that diameter filter size. And the weight is 845 grams. 845 grams. So that is it. That is the little presentation. Thank you for sharing that with us, Ken. This is
Yes.
pretty awesome presentation showing off the 50mm XF 1.0 lens RWR lens from Fujifilm.
Yes. And
Cool.
I believe that many people would like to know when will the lens will be released on the market. And according to the information I have, it should be on 25th of September, at the end of this month.
25th
Oh wow.
of
Yep.
September.
Yes.
So in about a week.
A week and
Couple
a
days.
week and a half. Yeah.
Nice. So
What if
better
they had
get
it
your
on?
XT4 on order so you can combine that with the 50mm RWR. That is a sweet combo. That is a sweet combo. For a portrait,
And as I know, the
low light.
first shipment of the 1.0 is very limited. So if you want to get it first, you have to make it
Oh,
fast.
they don't have it in
Otherwise, you may
Amazon.
have to.
But
Oh,
when they
really?
do, we'll put the link down below. But right now, they don't have it because you can't really pre-order.
Yes.
So
I think some of the shops should be pre-order now, is it?
maybe B&H and Adorama, they have a notify me option, but I don't think they
Ah.
let you pre-order. Do they?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm
Now,
not sure.
see, Ken's talking about a day. It's in Hong Kong.
Oh.
Asia. US, we don't
Yeah.
know yet.
Oh, that's true. So we gotta get
It should
Ken
be
to
the
ship
same.
it to us.
Ah, well,
So-
when I
Okay.
ship to you, it should be maybe slower than you getting on the market.
That's okay. I don't
Right
mind
there.
as long as you're paying for it. I can wait a year. Just ship one to Jeremy and one to my address. You know our address, right?
Take it.
So we're real good.
take it.
We'll be
I'll
good.
take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Sounds
So
good.
let's check out. Is there anyone have any question about our live test?
Yes.
Uh,
Jeremy, any questions?
we don't. Let me double check one more time.
So Amazon Live, we have no questions, but we do have
We must
8
be explaining it pretty well because we don't have any questions.
Yes.
Ah, nice.
I agree. I think Ken did a fantastic job. I don't think I've ever seen a demonstration live like that. Ken did it really well, perfectly executed, showing us the difference between the 56mm and the 50mm on the XT4, head to head, back to back, testing on the same object.
And I haven't really sold the 50mm on a Pro3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, to my opinion, that's I don't think the 50mm is the perfect fit for the Expo 3. It's too much weight on the lens. So
Yeah.
when you handling your Expo 3, you may need a bigger grip. Or maybe the
I would put the 56 f2 on that.
yeah.
which you can buy right now. We'll put the link on that below if you guys want the 56 1.2, which is not a bad lens because it's a lot cheaper. It's a little bit lighter weight, and it's about half the size. You are losing the f 1.0, but you still get the same minimal focus distance, and you're saving a lot of money. And it's very balanced for the XT4, right?
Yeah, and much more balanced. And if you put on a battery grip on the XT4, this look like perfect. And also now, as this way of the lens, you might need the IBIS.
Hands right, I found it. Fujian XF 50mm f1.0 RWR is more like $1,500. It will be released on September 25th, 2020.
US.
Yeah.
US. Amazon.
Oh, do we have the link? Can you share the link on Pixelstabber? Don't share it on Amazon. Just share it on Pixelstabber chat, if you could. Use the Pixelstabber link.
Hold on, I can't find it anymore. You confused me.
Take your time, Jeremy. So Ken, anything else you want to share with our viewers? We're right around the 1 hour mark. I think this is a really good stream. I mean, everyone's been watching. I see a lot of viewers watching us, but they aren't asking questions. So you're doing a fantastic job of explaining everything. So good job there, Ken. Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you want to see more of the photo sample, could be wait for the next week, because I'm going to have the demonstration shooting with the 15mm 1.0.
Ooh.
And probably going to do some behind the scene video, and also I was going to do, well, actually I did the comparing of the 56 already, but I'm going to do one more test on the real shooting, and going to show you how sharp this 1.0 gonna be.
Nice. I like that, because obviously when you do a video or you do like a picture comparison, you have more time to really dial in and make sure you get the right demonstration, whereas this is live stream.
Not that you care, but right now this video is actually streaming under the Amazon page of the Fuji 50 1.0. Your face right there.
Oh.
Amazon.com.
Really? How did we get that on Amazon.com? Because I didn't add the Fuji 1.0 lens on Amazon.com.
I don't know. He's there.
What?
What are you gonna do?
What?
How automatically come up?
That's crazy.
Maybe.
That's really cool. Because all I attached was like the cameras. I didn't attach any lens to it. That's pretty funny. But yeah,
It's there.
he's there. I'll even add the lens so that we have it here. So this is a 50mm 1.0 on Amazon yet, Jeremy?
Yes.
Oh, let me
Did I
search
send you
for
the
it.
link?
I'm pre-order now.
Can you pre-order it?
Yeah, you can pre-order at the cart.
I see an
Nice.
F2. I don't see F 1.0.
Did I send you the link?
Let me check the link. Do.
Here, I just sent it to you.
All right. That's F. Oh wow, that is F 1.0.
I can't be wrong twice in one night, okay? Only one time.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Right.
I can't copy this. I can't.
Yeah?
No, because I'm on my PC. I can't easily copy and paste. So it's okay. I'll type in XF 50mm. XF 50mm. All right. So as I search for this, Ken and Jeremy, you guys want to wrap up with any other stuff? Say anything else?
Not for now.
I think I'm good.
Not for now.
All right, cool. Let me just add this lens then. Let me see if I can add the XF 50mm.
Yes,
XF
order it. 1.0.
That's weird.
1.0.
How
Wait,
come?
hold on. That's
Is it
hold
X?
on.
XF 50mm F 1.0.
Can you find it?
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Oh, I found it. I added to stream. It's there. Yes. Okay, I'll move it to the beginning of the stream now. I can't believe it wasn't there before, but it still showed up. All right. So-
Because we're
I
doing
bet
live,
it just
we
show up.
Put it up.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well,
Just put it up.
I just added it right now. So we are linking to the XF 50mm f1.0. Should we add the 56 too? So
Yeah,
in case,
why not?
yeah, because I think the 56
Give
is
the
a
option to them.
is a good option.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
nice.
people have different opinions of lens.
Yeah.
Like
Plus
this
the
one, I
price.
want that one.
Yeah. Plus the price, right? Because the XF is literally $850 now. That's a lot cheaper.
Mm.
And you can get it right now. So that's
for
a
people who doesn't have any 56mm, it's a
Yeah.
good chance to wait for the 1.0.
true. True.
Yeah.
All right.
Except you
Well,
have to pay double the price, ish.
Well, with the radio resistance and then more sharpness and more bouquets. Well, your
And
choice.
everything about that.
the only thing I don't like is it's a little bit bigger and weightier, right? It doesn't balance the XT4 perfectly. But I guess in a perfect world, nothing's perfect. Or in a real world, nothing's perfect. Because I shoot with the 72mm, which is a huge lens, and that is not perfectly balanced for any camera, and I still love it. So I probably would be happy with the 50mm 1.0 with the XT4. And if I wanted, I can add the battery grip to add a little bit more stability. And like Jeremy said, if I wanted to hold the camera or hold my lens or hold the setup by the lens, then it doesn't even matter because that balances out by nature of where you hold it.
True.
Yep. All right, so with that,
I think we about done with this. We can wrap it up, right? Let me double
Yeah.
check if there are any more questions. If not, then we could say bye-bye and good night, or in Hong Kong, that will be good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's time to back to office after the lunch hour.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah,
All right,
it
go
is.
go back to work, guys. This is done. We're
all right,
finished.
guys. Well, thank you
Go back to
everyone
your
for
work.
tuning in. Check out Ken's channel. Ken's channel. Ken's channel. We will link Ken's channel down the link below. And check out Pixel Stabbers. If you're not already subscribed to Pixel Stabbers, subscribe and put notification on so that you are alerted when we have live streams like this, inviting guests like Fujifilm ambassadors with new equipment that isn't even in the market yet. You'll see it here first on Pixel Stabbers, like the 50mm f1.0 today. So thank you everyone for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Stay happy.
Adios. Stay healthy, stay happy.
Happy.
Stay healthy
See you
and
soon.
happy. And if you're happy and you know it, clap your hand.
No.
No. All right.
Doing it.
Adios. We're out.
All right.
bye.
Bye.
See you guys. And